how are we to understand the olive tree metaphor in chapter 11? And how does your view differ from the other views on this point? Because there are some differences, right, between the views and how people understand this metaphor of the olive tree.
I think there are several metaphors that Paul uses to describe the people of God. The olive tree here in Romans 11. In Ephesians 2, he says it's one new man. Before there were Gentiles and Jews, and now God has moved among Gentiles. He's incorporated them into the commonwealth of Israel. They are co-heirs of the covenants of promise. And basically, there's one new man, not two men, not two peoples, but one people in which there are believing Jews and believing Gentiles. I think that's basically what he's saying here in Romans 11. He just uses a different metaphor. He said, we have an olive tree. Natural branches, those are ethnic Jews who've been a part of Israel's theocratic existence, who have come to faith in Jesus. Unnatural branches, that's people like me, and I assume you, unless you're
Yeah.
Jewish. I'm assuming you're a
I'm
Gentile.
not, yeah.
Yeah, that when we come to faith in Jesus, he grafts us into the olive tree. So I think the olive tree, and especially talks about the roots. I think he's talking about either Abraham or the promises given to Abraham. And what he means is there's one people of God. They're not two trees. Replacement theology basically says God uprooted one tree and replaced it with another tree. No, that's not what he's saying. He's saying there's
Yeah.
only one tree. There's one covenant people, the elect of God from all ethnicities and all ages. And his focus here is upon those elect from within ethnic Israel and those elect from within ethnic Gentileness, or whatever we want to call it. So there's one people, co-heirs of the promises, illustrated by this one olive tree.
Yeah, that's really beautiful too, right? And I love how Paul uses, different metaphors and things to help us understand what has really taken place, right? In the significance now living on this side of the cross, right? And breaking down those barriers between Jew and Gentile and just adding a lot of clarity to, who are the people of God, right? And helping us see that there is one
Right.
people
In
of
fact,
God.
I would encourage people to carefully read Ephesians 2:11 to the end of the chapter, along with Romans 11. Because I think Paul is describing very much the same thing in both chapters. It's a little bit different emphasis here and there. When you're trying to understand what are the natural branches, what are the unnatural branches, read Ephesians 2, where he talks about Gentiles before the coming of Christ were without hope. They didn't have a relationship with God. They were cut off from the covenant promises. They had no part of the commonwealth of Israel. But now in Christ Jesus, those who were far
Mm.
off have been brought near to create this one new man. So again, it's not replacement theology. If anything, it would be called inclusion theology. Believing Gentiles are now included among the true seed of Abraham because of their relationship to Jesus. So I think those two chapters are really kind of pair up and will help people understand what's going on in chapter 11.